Speaking. How may I assist you?
Hi, yes. What'd you say your name was again?
Alyssa?
Okay, Alyssa. Well, I'm over here at my mom and dad's house, and I have a stepbrother, and I brought my PlayStation 3. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And can you hear him in the background? Well, he was in the house, and he was running, and he fell onto my PlayStation. Okay? And so he's hurting, but in reality, I think he deserves it. And no one ever really cared for him, and that's besides the point, though. So I was wondering how much damage a person landing on top of the PlayStation would really cause.
Say PlayStation 3?
Yes, he landed on the PlayStation 3. Hold on. Hey, be quiet. Not to you, Alyssa. Him. He's over there whining.
Alright, so the PlayStation 3, of course, somebody fell on it. Now, as far as goes, I mean, is the system still turning on? Is it still working?
He's still kind of laying on it, sort of. But I picked up the phone and I'm like, I just bought this thing like 2 days ago. And I bring it over here, and my idiot stepbrother falls on it.
It really depends on how much damage is with the system. Now, if there's enough damage to void the warranty on it,
Yes.
$149 for service, and that's full service. Even if, no matter what's wrong with it, once the warranty is voided, it's $149. If there's not, if it's fine, and there's only something minor like paper, it doesn't read discount or anything like that, there's no charge for it as long as you still have the receipt. But if it's too much damage, then it'll be $149.
Well, he's probably going to pay. He's a pretty big guy, so I didn't know how much damage it would cause.
Yeah, and like I said, $149 covers the full service. Like I said, the only time it's not serviceable is, say, for instance, broken like in pieces. But, if it's something where, like, something was cracked on it or something like that, like you said, depending on the damage, what it looks like, you have to look at it right now, and I can really tell you right off the bat.
Hold on, let me hold on, Liz. I'll roll him over, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Sean, be quiet. All right, hold on. Let me get you out of here. Oh God, he's got some blood on his shirt, but I don't know what that can. That could be something else. All right, the PlayStation. The plastic is like off,
Okay.
and there's like a sharp piece off. That may have been what cut him,
Okay.
but I don't know about that. Like I said, he probably deserved it.
All right. So, like, when you say the plastic, are you referring to, like, that top case?
Like the casing around it.
Okay. All right. So, let's see, top. So it came off, and then is there anything else damaged on there, or just that cover came off?
Like, I mean, it's pretty smashed in. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all the way broke. I don't know. I can't turn it on right now, and I think one of the wires has been broken off in the back. I can't really tell.
Okay. All right.
Be quiet, Sean. Jesus.
I mean, as far as, you can still have it sent in. We'll cover the cost of shipping. It'll be determined by the service center if it's serviceable or not. Like, if it's smashed in, honestly, you could probably look at it and tell if it's just, like, completely just crushed in or if it's dented, stuff like that.
Well, it's kind of both.
Okay. Like I said, what we can do is I can go ahead and, get a box sent out to you and everything, and it'll, like, if that does, I can tell you right now the warranty's voiding on it. So it's $149 to have it exchanged. Like I said, though, it'll be determined by the service center if it's
Well, right now I don't have $140. I mean, I'm going through a rough thing. I lost my job and everything, and I just got this with my money. It was just something to have a little bit of fun around, and now he's fell, and I don't have $140 laying around. And not only has he got that, but I mean, he spilled a drink on it while he fell, and now, I mean, he's bleeding, but like I said, he can deal with that. And he's still laying there, so I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, and with something like that, you don't have to do the service right now. You don't have to send it up today. If you have an email, I can even just email you the information, and if you want to go through with it later, you can always fill out the form that comes in the email. There's like a link in the email. But like I said, I can tell you right now, something like that, that's not covered with the warranty, unfortunately. So there is going to be the fee for the service if you want to service under Sony's service. But if you find somewhere locally, of course, you can always take it somewhere else. Where though, if something happens, we're not responsible for it. But the only service we can really offer is the out of warranty for the $149. And like I said, if you're not ready to do that right now, that's fine. I have an email. I can email it.
I don't have an email right now. I don't have the internet. The only time I ever get there is by the library. But I can always call back for that, right?
Of course, yeah, you can call back at any time and set it up later.
All right. And what should I do about him, though? I mean, if he's bleeding. I don't know, like, that plastic, is there any kind of, like, chemicals in the PlayStation that's going to hurt him?
Chemicals? No, there's not any chemicals inside of the system. The only thing you could really worry about is, like, okay, you said there was liquid spilled on it. The only reason you don't want to buy it is because it is an electronic. So of course, naturally, there could be sparks depending on how much liquid he got on it, things like that. But as far as chemicals, you have nothing to worry about with that.
All right. Well, it sparked a little bit, but that's not. I mean, like, and he got stabbed, I guess, by the plastic or whatever.
Yeah,
And
like that.
is that going to hurt him later on? I mean, he's bleeding. I mean, that's his own problem. But is there anything in it that I'm going to have to worry about?
As far as anything in there, no. Like I said, the worst that could happen is sparks. But if you're not seeing those sparks right now, you're fine because the liquid's already, it already happened. Liquid's already spilled. Now, like I said, you know, as far as when he spilled it, if there were sparks and things like that, naturally you don't want him near because he could be electrocuted.
Well, I'm going to keep the cat away because they have like a bunch of cats. And is there any little pieces in there that's going to fly out? Because, I mean, I'm more worried about the cats here because, I mean, I've had them ever since I was little. And he just now came in. He's only been here for a year or so.
Well, yeah, just naturally, if a cat is playing with that system, you don't want a cat playing. If they chew a wire, anything like that, yes, that is a very big hazard. They can be electrocuted. They can choke on small pieces, depending on how much you broke it. If there are small pieces that were cracked or chipped off of it, yeah, that's like anything small. You put it in your mouth and they choke on it. So, yes, keep it, you know, move the system somewhere so it's not in any area for somebody to mess with it. But as far as him, of course, he's bleeding. You know, you wanna do something as far as, you know, call a hospital or
yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I don't want to sound rude. I don't want to sound like black, but I really don't care. I mean, it's his own fault. I really don't like him.
Yeah, that's really all. I mean, honestly, like, that's really all you can do with that. We could help you with that. As far as the system and, like, the cats and everything, keep the system away, put it up somewhere high or somewhere where you know they're just not going to get it.
Well, I mean, he fell on, like, the table. It was on the table.
Yeah, I mean, like, the system, you know, like I said, if you were telling me you're worried about, like, the cats messing with it or something, you know, so they don't chew on anything or mess with any small pieces that may have been broken when he landed on it. Keep it in an area where they're not going to get near it. Simple as that. I mean, as far as service, like I said, you can always call back later and set that up if you want to exchange the unit.
All right. And, well, he hit his head on the way down, so I don't... See, now he's freaking me out, because now he stopped crying.
Well, like I said, I mean, that's what I said. We're honestly, I can't do too much about it. You're going to need to call the ambulance, call 911, because that's something you guys are going to have to get. This is just tech support, so.
Yeah, well, I don't have any money. I don't have any health insurance or anything.
Well, I mean, just call me. If you're really worried about it, your best bet would probably be to call at least to see what's going on. I'm sure, I know from urgent care, they can help you out over the phone, really. I mean, instead of having them come in, if there's something they can do over the phone, they'll help you over the phone.
What was that again?
I said you can call it an urgent care. I know there's most places have local urgent cares, things like that.
Okay.
You call 911, they can give you a number, you know, like I said, just to help you at least over the phone, because I know you said you're worried about money, you know, there's stuff they can help you with over the phone.
Yeah, because I'm not going to spend my money on him.
Yeah, well, like I said, just call somebody, you know, I mean, like I said, just call 911, they'll help you with as most they can, you know, not everybody else has the money to pay for it, so they can help you out with something, you know, as long as there's something to do.
All right. Well, thank you, Lisa, and my name's Johnny.
All right, well, thank you so much for calling. All right, you have a good night.
You too.
Okay.
Bye.